Aloha, aloha, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? My name is Lisa Puri, and I'm your host for Campus Chronicles. Welcome to an incredible episode. And today's topic is, are you ready? Are you ready? So today's topic is like a first year experience. This is a very, very, very interesting and intriguing topic that is touched by many, because this is like one of the most important aspects of life that one goes through. It's like an incredible experience whereby you have incredible expectations, and you come to reality and you realize, okay, maybe what I expected isn't exactly what's happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have incredible guests with me. I'm going to bring them on later, and they're going to introduce themselves and tell us a bit about who they are and what their experience has been here at the University of Zambia. And yeah, it's going to be an incredible journey for us on today's episode. And we have an incredible addition to our segment, which is the trivial segment. We're going to have a bit of a challenge, so I hope my guests are ready for that. And I want you to know that we have a prize that's gonna keep you smiling. Okay, so I'm gonna play you a song, then I'll be right back shortly. Okay. Walusungu, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what motivated you to choose the University of Zambia?
Okay. My name is Walusungu Nyeleti. I am a first year student. Yeah, I'm doing applied ethics and management under the school. Under the school. Under the School of Humanities. What motivated me to come to Unza? I might say the prestige, as in just being able to tell your friends back home saying that I'm at the biggest university in Zambia. That. So yeah, that's my motivation.
Okay. Wanting to be at the highest institution and the prestige that it comes with. So aside from that, is there anything else like maybe somebody in your family, a relative, or anybody who inspired you?
Not really. I'm the only one who has made it this far at the university level.
Okay.
Yeah. But my mom has been very supportive, saying that it's great because I'm the only one, to ever reach this stage. So yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. So aside from that question, now who is Walusungu? Like, how do you brand yourself to people? Like, what are you about? What defines you as a person?
Okay. Walusungu. I can say I'm said to be the social type.
Okay.
I like interacting with people, making
Oh.
connections. Yeah. So most of the time people will be calling me extrovert, but as for fun, I'll be saying that I identify as an introvert, just to make that kind of laughing thing, whereby they'll be laughing, no, you're an extrovert, and all those things. Yeah. I love hanging out with my friends. Yeah. Watching series, anime. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. That's how I
Okay.
can brand myself.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Now we're going to go to the lady, the queen in the house, Pearls. Yeah. So Mapalo, can you the same question that I asked Walusungu here? Who is Mapalo? What is Mapalo about? How do you want people to identify you as? Just basically do your girl.
All right, thank you so much, Lisa.
Welcome.
First of all, I would like to thank you for this opportunity.
Aww.
And before I go any further, I feel I have to introduce myself once again. So my name is Mapalo Mwansa. I am a third-year student pursuing business administration, bachelor degree.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
My girl.
So for your question, what really defines me? I wouldn't say I'm an introvert, but people call me that
Okay.
because I don't have a lot of friends, and in as much as I don't have a lot of friends, I try by any means possible to at least interact with people and I have those leadership skills. So I love being a leader where I go. So that really defines me.
Okay, I see you and I have some similarities here and there. Okay, continue.
Yeah. And what really motivated me to come at the University of Zambia is I have always been passionate about being that educated woman. You understand? Yeah. So one of my inspirations, my uncle Washkunzi, wherever he is, I hope he's getting me. Yeah, you're my inspiration. So yeah, Uncle Washi inspired me because he was here from 2013
Wow, that's
to
a long time.
2017. No, not that. From 19 something to 2000 something. I'm not so accurate about the dates, but yeah, he's the man that really inspired me to come to Unza because of his deeds, the things that he's done after graduating and all that. So I got inspired to say, okay, I really have to push hard and go to the prestigious Unza. Yeah. Especially in first year, I was so excited to be in first year, coming at the prestigious university, you know, having all those thoughts. Oh, I'm going to Unza, I'm going to this, blah, blah, blah. You know how people just get to, they've just put Unza there.
Yeah.
So I was so excited. But guess what that excitement brought me? Of course, I'm a believer, so don't expect me to share negative sides of it, and definitely sharing the positive side.
All right.
So God has always been on my side. So this academic journey, I would say, is a God did kind of journey, because I wasn't supposed to be in third year.
Oh, really?
My first year was really rough in the sense that I almost went on repeat year. This is why I say my journey has been categorized into the social, spiritual, and academic life, right?
Yeah.
So in my spiritual life, I feel when I came here, I was so excited in a way that, lack of better terms, in a way that I left God behind. Instead of putting God first, as they have emphasized, but I decided to leave God behind, thinking, no, everything is smooth and it's gonna be smooth all the time. But immediately I made that step, God really showed me to say, you can't leave me behind, because without me you can't survive.
True.
You know? So things went down. I was supposed to be given BC. I wasn't given. I was left out. My lectures, I could attend lectures. I couldn't get anything. I could go in class, just seated for posture and all that, but I could literally get nothing.
We've all been there, girl.
You see. So after discovering that, and a believer that I am, I knew to say, okay, there's something really wrong in the spiritual world. I haven't yet invited God, and he didn't begin with me. I remember some sermons that I had to watch. They said, if you don't begin with God, he can't be in the end.
Yeah.
So I went back to that, invited him, and that's how things just wrapped up and started rolling.
Yeah, because it was going according to his will, according to his plan,
Yeah.
not according to your plan or your will. So he's like, my daughter, everything
You
will
have
go,
to come
you
back.
you have to come back home.
Yeah.
Everything will go as it's supposed to, as he has ordained it to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So oh, sorry to cut you short.
It's okay.
Did you have like any expectations, when you arrived here? You've mentioned that you were excited. Yeah, so like what were your expectations? Like, it's your first year, right?
Yeah.
You obviously have some fantasies in your head, what you expect, what and all that.
Right. So before I came here, actually, I didn't have that mind of being really, really afraid and all that, because I had a brother who already went to uni, so they like lectured me before I even came to uni. So I had an idea about what uni is. So my expectations were that where I was coming from, I was that smart student, you understand? And when I came here, I was like, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. Oh my god, that hey,
oh god,
that really drained me in a way that I started questioning myself. God, what's this? I expected to be the smart student I have always been. What's going on? I could go to the chapel, cry, pray, but forgetting to study. You see where the mistake
Yeah.
was. So, in as much as you can be in that world of prayer and all that, don't forget to study. Like, nothing comes easy. I remember my mom told me, God is not a magician. God is not a magician. In as much as you can pray, you really have to put in work.
Yeah.
So my expectations were that I would be that smart student, like I've always been. And yes, I know a lot of, lack of better terms, freshers. A lot of freshers would have that mind of saying, no, I'm going there and I'm gonna have liberty, I'm gonna be free, going out, having that free time and all that. But when I came here, I think I already had that responsibility, that conscious mind, in a way that I wasn't so interested in such kind of life. I was just excited that obviously I will be the best student like I've always been. But hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
So for one who just came from high school, when I came here, I was introduced to lectures and tutorials. So it's that thing more about like you come into an environment, then like you're in there in the TLC, and it's all big and stuff, and you're just like you're overwhelmed with
Yeah.
So for me, my experience when I first sat in the chair, I was like, wow, I've actually made it this far. So even I remember taking selfies, like I'm here. I even posted that day. Like, yeah, I'm here. I've made it. Yeah. Then and the tutorials the same. So and again, with reference to high school, that thing was, but like you just sit down all day, and the teachers are just coming. Now here, you have to be moving from venue to venue, and that's quite a challenge.
First and foremost, you have to identify what your venues are.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Yeah. So it's that thing, but like I was lost many times. So you find that there was this venue, Pop Studies, like how it came on the reference, like Pop Studies. What is Pop Studies? So you just start going.
All right. So what has been your most memorable experience so far here at Unza?
Okay. For me, I'm currently accommodated at the ruins.
Okay.
So the environment there, I think that's the most memorizing thing I've seen yet.
Oh, really?
So it's that thing where like people just like the environment. You find people be there at the balcony just screaming or things.
You know what enlightened me? I actually haven't been there. Like, I always see it from a distance.
So, so far, I feel I've been told that that's a place whereby many if an artist is coming, they'll come there, then they'll stand on those, I don't know, the bridges, I don't know what those things. So they'll be there and they'll be performing. So last semester, there's some artists who came, so they're promoting. I don't know, but that I think Papas.
Okay.
So they were there making a show, and it's like 19 in the night. So you're just there, like you don't know. And so people people came out of the balconies and they're doing that thing at concerts whereby like they'll light up a torch on their phone. They're doing that, so it's like a memorizing experience for me. I was just there saying, wow, this is university life. I never thought of it like like that, because most of the time I was given what most people say at the Greenwich effect. Whereby everybody just feels like when you're at university, it's all outings on the weekend.
Partying, those people, they lie to us. Like, you're going to be having pizza, KFC for lunch. Bro, you'll be having chance.
Yeah, so that thing, but like, yeah, I was first given that picture, that vision, saying that that's how university is. You just maybe attend class once, you pass magically, that thing.
Magically.
So, yeah. But yeah, I got to realize that you have to put in the work. That's just a fantasy. Yeah. So you have to put in the work, study, make your own timetable, make your own routine. Yeah. And
do what works for you.
Yeah, do what works for you. Yeah, because most of the time you'll be feeling depressed. But when you go in the library, like you find a guy there, like maybe 9, you go out for lunch, you come back, still there, and you're like, am I doing something?
What am I doing wrong?
What am I doing wrong? Yeah. So those quizzes, sometimes you fail a quiz and
That, let me just say something. That first test result is just the warm up. Don't take it serious. Don't take it serious. You'll be depressed. You'll be depressed. And about what you've said, of people being in the lab for like hours. You go there, you find them, you leave again, you come back. Like sometimes you find like the first 1 hour, guys. It's just the warm up. I'll say it's like you've been in the lab for a whole hour and you just don't get anything. Like maybe like when you get into the second hour, that's when you start processing everything, like because people are different. Some people just need 1 hour, like they grasp information just like that, and others need to like put in, because you get distracted. What? It's a lot, honestly. And if you feel like 1 hour is enough for you, do that. If you feel like 2 hours is enough for you, and some people will study for like 4 hours straight. Then others will like break it into half. 2 hours study during the day, 2 hours during the night. It's about understanding what works for you and what's best for you at the end of the day. So yeah, that's what I just have to add on to what you've said.
Yeah.
So this man is, I don't know if he's a professor, but he's a lecturer, yeah? Mr. Chiro. Yeah, that's his name.
Under which department?
Economics department.
All right.
So Mr. Chiro taught me, that in life you have to be ready for anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have learned from that man. Because he could just come in class, minus announcing anything. He just writes quiz one,
Yeah.
And you get surprised. You're like, what am I going to write? I don't know anything. And everyone, my village people know I'm at Unza. Already posted that what Unza were pursuing what, and what, yeah. So, that man has really taught me that I have to be ready wherever I go. So, in a setup like school, you have to be ready.
Yeah.
You have to be ready.
Okay, so what of those people whereby there are those people they'll be in class, right?
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work for them. They don't understand. But if they go and study on their own, that's when they process information. But let's say, for instance, your timetable is like studying during the weekend. Then they just bring unexpected quiz or test, and yet you've been attending classes, but you're just not processing the information. You do better when you sit on your corner and just like study.
Yeah.
What advice can you give those people?
Wow. So about the advice, I wouldn't really advise what I do, but I think I can go with do what works for you. In as much as you can be that kind of type of person who studies in that way, at the end of the day, the majority, they do clear their exams. So in the case of Mr. Chiro, you can fail his tests like this because he mocks you in his quizzes, tests and all that. But the exam will be basically whatever he's been bringing. You understand? So yeah, do what works for you. Do what works for you. But also try by all means to, they say bit by bit makes a bundle. Little by little makes a bundle.
Yeah.
So if you can't really study the whole thing, at least even a page, half a page, just do something. Don't just let that day sink. That night sink. At least do something. Even half a page.
Like what they say, a page away takes a sub away.
Exactly. My point. Yeah. So just that.
Yeah, and to add on to what you've said, sometimes when you're studying, you find that it's not making sense. You don't understand it, but keep doing it. You just find yourself in a test, and those same things that won't make sense, you remember them. Because I'm telling you, you can't spend 2 hours and not get anything.
Yeah.
Completely, that's impossible. You get something, and at the end of the day, you are better than that person who's not doing anything at all.
Yeah. Just to add on, and also I feel this is where the spiritual life comes in. Yeah. So you might try studying and not getting a thing, but remember the Bible says if anything is possible with God. So in as much as you study, I think don't forget God. Don't forget God. Just the word with God really changes a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm a living testimony of that because myself, I could go in a classroom and get nothing. Even before I went to write an exam, that was in first year, my macro exams, I cried before I saw the paper. I started crying just because of imagining that lecturer and saying, what is he going to bring? That man is so tough. What is he going to bring? What if I fail? And I started crying. But when I went there, everything just, because I talked to God.
Yeah, and like the Bible says, everything is possible through Christ Jesus who gives us strength.
Yeah.
So, Mapalo, this question is also for you. Like, you're talking about studying and all that. What study techniques or habits have you developed that you would recommend to first year students?
Okay. So in my past academic, that is in secondary, yeah, I could power work. I could power my work. I learned today. I just pack it and be like, now I'll do this on the weekend. I just everything like every time I learn something new, I pack it. But with the mind, it's a different thing. You really have to at least peruse through what you learned today. So when they lecture you today, go through that. Even half a page, like I said, go through that. Because the moment you start perusing or getting a glimpse of what you learned, the mind is an important part of the body.
Yeah.
Because it also operates in a way that just what you've read, at least they taught you, but it's you now to at least grasp it. So every time you learn something, you have a lecture every day. Go through whatever you learned. Don't power work, because you'll cry.
Oh.
Yeah, you will cry.
All right. Thank you very much, Mapalo. And
In one word, I can say it's awkward. Like it's been quite awkward. At first, I say when I said when the venues are so confusing, huh? So most of my friends, that's how I've met most of my friends. You find you're in the wrong class with one guy sitting right next to you. Then you're so confused. Then you're like you ask him, bro, what class is this? Like what lecture theater is this? And you're like, LT1. Oh my goodness, you have to be in LT2. Then that thing but like you both get up and stuff.
you go together.
You go together. So that thing but like so during this same awkward scenario, that's where I found most of my friends, and that's how I found friends. In the same courses. So we gather up together. Like make a study group, and yeah. And through interacting with them, I found other friends through that same interacting.
There was once an incident, right, with one of my roommates whereby they met through a mutual friend. Like, for instance, right, you introduced me to your friend, but the person that you introduced me to, she and I became best friends, then even forgot about you. Imagine how crazy that is. And you've said that you make friends through, like, the incidents of the TOC and all that, but you just bump into maybe like you just end up being at the wrong venue and all that. What if those people are not aligning to your values as a person?
How can I? For me, it's it just let me just say like the cutting off, because people know like I've cut you off. It happens quite naturally. You find if they don't maybe have the same drive and fire I have for like what I'm pursuing, you just find we'll stop hanging out as often. Then yeah, we'll just stop talking to each other. Like, we'll be high friends from here. I just see them, oh hi bro, hi. But in the long term, the right people tend to find themselves. I don't know how that happens, but you just find you find a friend who motivates you to study. They'll be waking you up. Maybe in the mornings, 4 bro, let's go and study.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's how it often happens. I had some friends like before at first. At first, it looked like I think we're gonna go the long way with these guys, but you just find they start departing more, but like they start playing around too much. Find them going out and stuff, and I'm not quite an out person. Though, yeah, I'm an extrovert, but in parties and social gatherings, I'll be like quiet. I'll just be alone and stuff. So most of the times you find that's how they were. So they'll go out and stuff. Then I'm not an out person.
Yeah, and it just does not resonate with who you are.
Yeah, but through that same, whereby I separate myself from them, I'll find people who will be at the places I will be at.
Yeah, I get your point.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back shortly.
Wow, interesting. Do I even have something funny? Okay, so this memory is in a situation where a monk could hype for you when you're moving. The guy, what's that name?
Mama.
Mama, just hi, Mama, just hi, Mama. what's going on? They didn't tell me about this. Then the other thing is the pot ceremony.
Oh.
Hey, that ceremony. Anyway, so I just had to like participate in my second year. Why? Because they did me bad in first year.
Revenge.
I wasn't really prepared and all that. Just to hear, like I planned, say no. On Friday, let's say on a Friday, on a Sunday, tomorrow is the exam. So like on a Sunday like this, I will go through this remaining part. And then I wasn't aware about the pot ceremony. So after planning for all that, I just head to the banging of pots and all. I was like, what's happening? Then they said, oh, they didn't tell you. It's a pot ceremony. And I was like, so what time are they going to end this? And then one senior told me, no, sometimes they take the whole night before you even go back to your bed. Yeah. So I was like, so what really happens? The management can't refuse them or something? No, it's always a tradition and all that. So I was like, hey, okay. So that time they really banged the pots up to 0-1.
Huh?
And I didn't study. And I remember I was going to write my math paper.
Yeah.
I cried.
Ah,
I was
for
like,
real?
yeah, I did. So I was like, wow. I think when I clear this course next year, I swear I'm gonna bang this pot. Even if I stop at 23, 22, I think I'll go further.
Did
And
you though?
I did. I did, especially for my roommates. They really suffered.
Yeah.
Because me, I suffered, so you just have to.
Girl was being petty.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that and just the noise around campus. You know, the way mamas hype. Oh, monks, yeah. The way monks hype. And nowadays, even mamas are. They've started adapting to that. They also join.
We're not going to be left behind.
Exactly. You're just by the window. You just hear something breaking. And be like, I don't know. You know. I'm like, oh, wow. It's really interesting to be here.
Yeah. So to those of you who don't know, our lovely listeners, the pot ceremony is a ceremony that we practice here at the University of Zambia when we're about to have our exams. So if you're a first year and you're listening, make sure to study in advance, because once exam period starts or when we're about to have our exams, they're going to bang those pots and you're going to end up like Mapalo.
Exactly.
All right. So my other question for you is like, what is that one thing you wish you had known before starting your first year at Unza here?
I wish I had known. So like I said in my introduction, most of the things I was being told by my brother who went to uni before. So the only regret I can mention is, I think, piling work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I knew. I think I wish I had known that piling work was really not a good idea as we used to do it back then in secondary. So I think just that, because most of the things I was very much aware.
All right.
And also not forgetting the pot ceremony. Yeah.
That is something to be very much aware about. So we go to Walusungu. You have been here at the University of Zambia for a while now. It's your first year, right?
Yes.
You've been here for like how many months? 7? 6? Yeah, we're still in July. I thought, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You've been here for 6 months now. So, what advice would you give, since you're just from completing high school and everything, what advice would you give to your friends at home, high school students and all that, who are planning on entering here at the University of Zambia? Like, what advice would you give them?
Okay. I for one can give them. Don't let. You shouldn't let the points you get so determine what you're gonna do at university, and even you shouldn't let the advice of others, maybe parents and friends, like determine what you're gonna do. Because most of it, I feel like that's where I almost got it wrong. So that by you're out of high school, you get lovely points, 7, 8 points, you're like, wow. And your parents will be there, especially your parents will be like,
tell me
son,
about it.
I want you to become a doctor, I want you to become
A lawyer.
an engineer,
An accountant.
So, and look at that and you go with that. That might be, maybe, but some people, it tends to work out, but most, yeah. So, my advice can be, when you come, you should first know your strengths and you had in high school. Know what you can build on. Don't just come here saying that no, it's Unza, I want to become an engineer. Just because you got 6 points at your high school, yeah. life might become hard here.
Yeah.
Because it's more like you don't have you won't have the natural will to like finish up and stuff. That's where life will be hard. You'll be seeing life really really hard. So maybe let's say youth strength in back at what was let me say commerce, math and stuff. Then just because you got 7 points, then and you hear from your parents say no, you should become a doctor. Then you come here, then you pursue something under maybe biology and stuff, which wasn't your stronghold before. Yeah, you might find that you'll be struggling a lot here. Like, you'll be struggling. That's the thing about it.
But listen to your children. You know, I feel like it doesn't matter what program you study. What matters is if you have that drive for it. Because let me tell you one thing: you can be a journalist, you can be a lawyer, but how you brand yourself in that particular career of yours, and if you're passionate about it, because there is no way you're going to strive hard for something that you don't love and that you don't enjoy doing, because it's going to be a liability to you. But if you love doing that, it's like fun, you know, it's like a hobby. It's not really like whereby I have to go to job and be like, I have to go to job, I'm gonna be having guests here, you know, and all that. So yeah, despite the program that your children study, as long as it's what they love, I can assure you that they will strive to improve themselves and achieve better, and they'll be able to make a sustainable income for themselves and to cater for black tax. Yeah, so basically just listen to your children and be there for them. Hello, is that how has your perspective on education and career goals changed from your first year to now? Like, you're now in third year. Obviously in first year, you know, you're trying to adapt, learn and all that, but now that in third year, how has that changed?
How has that changed?
How has your perspective on education and career goals changed?
Okay. First, education is the best equalizer, right? My perspective about education is that so since first year, yes, I had to struggle here and there. I didn't even want to do business admin.
Oh really?
Yeah, I didn't even want to do business admin. On my mind was doing accounting and finance.
Okay.
So when I came here, I was told, no, accounting and finance is offered at the GSB, the Security School
Yeah.
Business, and business admin is here, humanities. Yes. And so after all that, I did a survey. I just had to figure out that there was also accounts in business admin. So I was like, oh, okay, what an advantage. And the difference was that business admin is a wide thing, and accounting and finance is just tackling.
It's restricted to accounts and finance.
Yes. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going for business admin. So the perspective was that in my first year was that I would just do business admin, not knowing we have this thing of minor and major. So I didn't know that I was gonna do economics as my minor as well.
Yikes.
And I had a challenge in economics. I don't like reading.
No.
Like reading courses.
Okay.
Not necessarily reading courses. I don't love them. I used to love calculations and all that.
Oh, math girl.
Yeah. So when I went to second year, I was thinking I would drop that economics thing. But they told me no.
It's not possible.
Your minor is your minor. You go with it until you graduate. So like, okay, cool. So I was forced to like love it. So the perspective is that just love what you do. Yeah. Love what you do.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you guys are gonna be a juror, and I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, or I can ask you 2 each. Then the one who wins the 5th question gets the prize.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with it? You guys just don't want to go against each other. Okay, no problem. I'll let it slide. Okay. So, what is the motto of the University of Zambia?
Service
and
and excellence.
Am I the only one who did that? Hey, all right. Okay, that's correct. We got the second question. What is the name of the student governing body of the School of Humanities?
Unza.
Guys, no. Why is this so easy? Why is this so easy? Am I missing something here?
Like what? The School of Humanities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to know.
Okay. Okay, third question. How many campuses does the University of Zambia have?
2.
Which are?
Regional campus.
And the Great East Road campus.
Okay, me, I'm upset. Why is this so easy? Am I missing something here? Okay, the final question. I hope this one you failed, to be honest. What do the initials UNZABECA stand for?
So
The University of Zambia Development.
yes, Development Studies Association.
Yeah, association. We just good for like that.
Okay. Am I the only one who doesn't know these things? Am I the only one who doesn't know these things? How come? Guys, we're at the same school. Are we really at the same institution? I feel betrayed. All right. That is correct. I'll tell you. Should I tell you right now what you guys have won each? Or should I tell you at the end of the show? Okay, at the end I hope I forget.
We'll remind you.
Alright. Okay. Now let me just like a giveaway, like a takeaway that you can give to the people. Mapalo, if you could give your first year self one piece of advice, what would it be and why?
The advice would be that don't be too excited when you come to uni. Just be at ease and do what you're here for. Follow what you're here for. Do what you're here for. And also, don't forget, like I said, put God first.
You can never overemphasis on this.
Yeah. You can never go wrong if you do that. And also, be active. Be active in a way that there are so many associations around campus.
Yeah.
At least engage yourself into associations. Myself, I'm in the association. That's UNZABECA.
Okay.
I'm serving as the projects coordinator.
Okay. See you, girl power.
Yeah. Yeah. You remember what I said about being passionate?
Yeah. I was like, you and that girl. I think we're gonna be friends. I see it happening.
So yeah, at least engage yourself into activities, and stress is there, and don't rush into alcoholic activities, drinking and all those stuff. You can join sport activities like netball, volleyball. There are so many sorts of that around campus. And also, like I say, join a fellowship. At least in one way or the other. Those guys are really good people, and they do help. Also, company, they say bad company corrupts good moral. In as much as you can be good, one day you're gonna stretch.
Yeah.
Just one day. After all, it's not even working. Let me just follow these guys.
Yeah.
So be mindful of what you're doing and God.
Yeah. What are your plans after graduation?
My plans.
Yeah.
I just want to be. I want to become a significant member of society. I want to give back to society, and just being significant. I feel like that's one reason. One reason I came here to Unza.
Yeah.
I want to work hard, build a life for myself.
Okay.
That's about it.
Thank you very much. And what are you most looking forward to during your time here at Unza? Any specific goals or experiences you hope to achieve?
Yeah. I want to get that A+ people like talking about.
Oh, it's a rumor here. Doesn't happen.
So, but I want to try. So.
To try. Yeah, it's okay to try. Okay, so Mapalo, I'm gonna ask you a similar question to him on what are your plans after graduation? How do you feel Unza has prepared you for your future career?
Okay, so Unza has also opened my mind. So because of the course I'm doing, is the program, instead.
Yeah.
Because of the program I'm doing, I think it has really widened up my mind in a way that here for some, there are a lot of activities that happen around campus.
Sure.
And just for a girl child to survive. You know, a lot of people take advantage of a girl child. So just for a girl child to survive, you really, really have to be that hardworking. And for me, my survival has been marketing. So I am a business lady also.
Oh,
I do business.
I found my best friend.
I do business. So they call me the bonnet guru.
Ah,
I do bonnets,
okay.
and I also give out loans and all that. So that has been my survival. And I also wish to extend that in a way that for the loans business, I would want to own a financial firm. A firm that deals with finances and all that. And then for the bonnets, I would like to own a fabric firm that would just be
Making and all that.
those,
Okay,
So,
that's
yeah.
incredible. Won free movie tickets at Technical Cinema Manda Hill.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So, I think that's about it. We've come to the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lisa Piri, your host for Campus Chronicles, episode 3. Thank you so much, Walusungu and Mapalo, for sharing your insights and experiences. This has been an enlightening and fun discussion. To our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Join us next week for another exciting episode of Campus Chronicles, where we'll discuss more intriguing and we'll give more presents. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. You're amazing, Lisa.
Oh, thank you. You've heard that. I'm amazing. Okay? All right.